everybody, welcome back to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Laura. We have Bunny next door. This is our last show of the day. Now this is the second show of the floral held deer die set that you can see there. This is the second show of this, and we are at 85% of the stock of this has gone. It is on that show price for you of $27.99. It's item number 250512. You do have the QR code there as well, but if you want to grab this, grab it while it's there. It is going to go back up to full price at midnight tonight. I don't think the stock will be there. You know, people are at work now, they check back on the shows when they come home later. So if you do want to grab this, grab it while the stock is still there, because we are 85% of this has gone. Now I am going to show you the boards so you can see exactly what it is that you get in this set, because it is absolutely stunning. You've got your almost corner display there that you could build up. You could make this into rectangles, bigger squares. You could have them back to back. You can do so much with these. And if you missed the earlier show, you know, I used these and I was cutting into them to change the shape of them. So there's so much you can do with these. You absolutely do not have to keep them as the shape that they are. They're so snippable and you can use them in so many ways. And then you've got this lovely display here that you can build up again. Now the colorway you can see here does work perfectly with Held in a Moment, which is what we had on the show earlier. And I'm just going to grab this one. So you can see this is the bouquet from Held in a Moment. So you can see exactly how that colour coordinates. They're exactly the same. So this is the expansion pack from this. I think this is equally a standalone collection that you could use because it is absolutely perfect. But you've also got, for free on the website now, you can download your additional colourway, which is this, which I think is absolutely stunning. With those orange roses in there, it just pops so lovely. Now you get that for the Held Deer die set as well, but you also get it for the Held in a Moment. So you can see that bouquet that I just showed you. You can see that's your original colorway and this is your new colorway. So you can see how they come together, and again you can mix and match these up and use them in completely different ways. But just so you get an idea, you get the different colorways there, and you will get different colorways for other elements in Held in a Moment as well. Like you can see the bag, you've got the frame, you've got the lamp, you've got the books. So you do have different colorways in that collection, but the florals you get to coordinate with this as well. I'm going to grab some of our design team samples for you because I absolutely love this one. And this, I was saying in the earlier show, if you missed it, Fiona did this. I absolutely think that could be a Christmas card. And it would work so well. It's so pretty. And the designs that you've got, the composition in the flowers, they can work for any shape that you want these to go in, any area you want to fill. These are going to be your work-in dies, because you could use these on their own and they're going to look stunning, or you could use them with other collections, mix and match these in, and they're going to be able to do anything you need them to do. You can snip into them, make them smaller, and just to let you know as well, these are large dies. The actual size on these dies, they are really big dies. So we've got that one here from Barbara. We've got one here by Sue. So you can see they're using those corner pieces. I adore this one. So this one again is done by Sue. And Sue's actually used those decoupage pieces to make that centerpiece, which I just think looks absolutely amazing. So you don't have to use the complete floral display. You can mix and match them up and just use some of the decoupage pieces, or you can use the whole corner piece. You could use that whole center bit and mix and match these up, and they look amazing. Like this one here by Vera, you can see how she's used that corner piece there, but also added in some more going along the side. You do have those decoupage pieces. You can really build these up. Like if I just turn that one to the side, you can see how you can decoupage these up, and that's a nice one, actually showing you the different color book and the frame and the sunglasses, the glasses there as well. You definitely do not need sunglasses today. I don't know where the sun has got. Hopefully it will be back soon. I think when I check the weather for me back home, I think back home by me it's supposed to rain until like Sunday, and then it's supposed to be cloudy on Sunday, and then I think it's supposed to rain for like another 4 days. So I was just like, oh, lovely. But yeah, we don't mind, do we? Because we can stay in and craft it. And then we've got another one there. This one's by Sue. How beautiful is that? And you can see lots of the different new colorways on that one, like the foliage up the top. You've got the frame, you've got the bag, you've got the flowers there as well. So such a lovely way to mix and match these up, so you can see there. But these are using the flowers from the floral held deer die set, and you can see that there. So it's such a lovely die set, and it's they're big floral displays that you get in there as well. So they have been very popular. We are 85% of the stock of this has gone. So if you do want to grab this, please don't miss out while that stock is still there. And there's nothing worse. I've done it a couple of times where I add something to my basket and then I get distracted by something, and then I go back and I'm like, oh, I didn't press checkout. I need to go back. And then I go back and then it comes up then with that message, you know, your item is no longer in your basket, and then you click on it and it says sold out. There is nothing worse. And then however much I wanted it 10 times more than, because I know now that I can't have it. So we're going to pop, now I'm using the Perfect Papers here from Held in a Moment. So we did have the Held in a Moment show on at 12. So if you do want to go back and watch that, if you missed it, or if you want to see any of the products from that one, it's on the 12 o'clock show. But these are the Perfect Papers from that collection. So we're going to pop that in there like that. And then we're going to pop the same on the outside of our card as well. Let's pop some tape on there. Oh, okay, so Pearl has messaged on YouTube, is it? On Facebook, asking where the leaf part come from. Right, bear with. Right, right. Pearl it was, wasn't it? So Pearl, I'm gonna guess that you mean this part. So these, now these are the, oh, hang on. Oh, so they are the accessories that go with the hanging shelves. So from Held in a Moment, these are your shelves. So you can see you've got your shelves, and then you've got almost like all your accessories to decorate those, and that leaf there, so you can see, that is what that is. So that's in the new colorway. So the original colorway, it was green, and then the new colorway that comes with the download that you can get today for free is that. So it's almost like that red and orange, really autumnal colorway. So you can see there, but that is that. So you know where that's come from. So the hanging shelves card shape. So if you just type that in on the website, it should come straight up for you. Right, we've popped that on there. Let's pop this on next. So let's pop that in. Right, so I've got my card base, and before I do anything else, let's pop now the card shape. So in the held in a moment, I've used the center bit. So instead of using the full card like that, I've just taken the maternelles from the center and I'm just using these. So you can absolutely mix and match these up as much as you want. They are, I think that's just such a lovely doily that you'll use anyway, just in your general making. Funny, you could cut it out in mirror card and it could be a Christmas doily. Oh, to be fair, a lot of things you can cut out in gold mirror card and it just instantly looks like a Christmas. A snowflake? Okay. I mean, okay. It would be a very pretty snowflake. To be fair, I feel like sometimes, depending on how you decorate the card and what you put on it, a lot of things you can cross over, like even if it's like Halloween or Christmas, a lot of things, depending on how you decorate it and what you cut it out in, a lot of things will work for different occasions. Right, we're going to pop that on there like that, and then we're going to pop our doily in the center. So that's just going to sit there like that. Oh, and Perla's message saying thank you. So I'm guessing we were on about the right leaves then. Oh, and Linda McLeod has messaged saying that she got her order in this morning, so probably tomorrow. You don't have to worry, you probably get your order tomorrow. Right, so we've got now the floral. So you've got that corner shape. Let me just grab it so I can show you. So you've got the corner design, and then you've got the one that I'm using, which is a lovely swag is where Bunny's going. So yeah. So you can see your different ones there. But again, you could cut into these and mix and match them if you want to. But I'm going to use that because I love how that just goes across. It just sits perfectly across the card. So we're going to pop some of our pin flare on here. And I'm just making sure that I'm under those flowers because I am going to add some of the decoupage on there. So I'm going to pop that there. I can't remember where I was putting my sentiment. Right, and I've got another one. So I got it exactly the same. And then can you see how I've just gone in and just snipped some of the bits off around it? So like the leaves coming off. I've cut the leaves off there. Some of the berries. Some of the small flower heads. So just go in and just play around with your cutting with these if you want to go in and add more decoupage. And obviously don't be afraid. That's one of the really lovely things about carnation. You don't have to be afraid of doing things like this, because you know, if you do it and for whatever reason you think, oh, actually I don't like it, or I don't think that works, then just print out another one and do not throw whatever it is that you think you're not going to use, because I guarantee at one point you'll cut into it again, or you will use it for something. So I always keep everything. Oh, so Bunny's just told me we've now gone limited stock with this. So if you are watching and maybe you're waiting until the end of this demo, or you're sitting on the fence, please don't, because we are limited stock, so it's not going to wait. Yeah, especially when people come home from work and they try catching up on the shows. Obviously they are going to be disappointed, but if you are watching and you're on the fence, so you're thinking about it, if you are going to grab it now, because we are limited stock. Oh, well, congratulations though to everybody that's got it, because you are going to have such fun with this set. It is such a lovely, lovely set. Ah. Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was dramatic, wasn't it? All right. Let's pop some of these roses. So these are the rose heads that you can use as your decoupage. As you can see, you can pop them in, but I've just added another one there in the back just to fill that little bit up. I'm going to pop another one there as well just to add in another little pop of colour. I love this orange colour. It's almost like it's like a like, it makes me think of like holiday. It's like a burny, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, oh, it's such a lovely colour. It's really lovely. It's a warm colour as well. Really nice. And then again, so those bits that I told you, like those little flower heads, those little leaves, like I said, I never throw anything. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop some more of those in just to fill those little corner bits, because I can guarantee you will use any little bit that you cut out. Even, you know what, like when I'm getting ready for my demos and things, even if there's something that I've cut out where I think, oh, I'll cut that bit out because I want to decoupage something out, I'll always keep the little bits that I've cut out, because I can guarantee you that I will think of something that I'm going to use for the bits that I've kept. So I'll always keep them. I'm going to stick that there. I'm going to pop this there. And then we've got these little leaves that I cut out. I'm going to stick them there like that. So I've just made them a little bit longer. And then I've got my sentiment. A bunny is a different one. So let's grab that. I'll put some glue. Yeah, you could put any. I know I've joked about Christmas, but I do think you could use these for Christmas. I think they're really, you know, add in a little bit of mirror card and if I put a Christmas sentiment on there now, even just with that red and that green, I still think that would work really well. But yeah, it could be get well, it could be birthday, anniversary, you know, it could be absolutely. But I think that's why florals as well are so popular, and especially like we had somebody email in I think it was in the first show, wasn't it, that they were getting this because they make charity, was it for Alzheimer's, cystic fibrosis, you know, and it's like flowers, everybody loves flowers, and they can be for any occasion, so they're so easy to, and especially flowers like this where they are large and they are the focal point of the card, and they just work so easy. The detail in them is absolutely amazing. So it just takes all of the hard work out of your card making. You don't have to worry about the colouring in. You don't have to worry about the composition. You know, you've got the shape in the florals anyway. So you kind of don't need to worry about absolutely anything with these. I'm going to pop that on there. And then we've got our card. That will just open up like that. Yeah, absolutely different card shapes. I mean, like that one, and then oh, that's a different one, isn't it? So, you know, even popping it on the bottom of the circle. So, you know, pop it on the circle, have it as a focal point, pop it on the bottom. You know, it can be, or even using them, you know, almost not as the focal point and having something else be the focal point on your card and having it like that. So you've got that there as almost like the accessory, and you've got your focal point there. They just work in so many different ways. Or even just use, I love this one. Fiona, this is such a beautiful card. This one, using just little bits of the floral, adding in those decoupage pieces. That just looks absolutely stunning. And that is your 8x8 card. You've got your matte and layer, a sentiment, then die cut out the card shape from Held in a Moment, and then you've popped your floral on. If you make and sell, like I was just saying, somebody messaging about for charity, that is the most striking looking, expensive looking card that you could make. So, you know, that's, I'd say that's probably 3 passes of your A4 die cutting machine. You know, your floral, your sentiment, you could get through with probably some of those layers in one pass, and then another pass to get the rest of that card shape out, and you've got that absolutely amazing card there. Right, so let me get ready for another demo, and just to let you know, we are limited stock on this, so if you do want to grab this, please don't wait, just grab it while it's there, because it does go back up to full price at midnight tonight, but I don't think that stock is going to be there. So if you do want to grab this, grab it while that stock is there, and then, well, you probably have it tomorrow. I know the girls have packed lots of the orders already. They are so good here at Carnation. You will probably get your order tomorrow, which is amazing, because there's nothing worse than waiting for your order to come, is there? Like, as soon as you press checkout, you want to hear the bell go, don't you? And you're like, oh, somebody's at the door. Oh, Pearl has just messaged saying she's had her order confirmed, so she's very happy. Well done, Pearl. It is something nice to look forward to as well, isn't it? Something nice ready before the weekend, and then you can do your weekend crafting. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a nice point though. If you know that it's going to be raining and it's going to be miserable on the weekend, so you're not going to go out, what better than having a new die set to just come and you can just chill and play around with your new florals, which I just think is perfect in the nice and warm with a cup of tea. Right, let's pop this down. So I've got the card shape from Held in a Moment, and I'm going to pop this layer down. So I've got the circle. So this is what we used on the demo just now, where obviously I didn't use the card shape, I just used the circle on its own. So that's going to go on there. Then let's pop the next layer in. And these are from the Perfect Papers from Held in a Moment. We did have those on the 12 o'clock show, so if you want to go back, if you missed that, you can go back and see the demos from that show, which are using the new colorway from Held in a Moment. So if you missed that and you want to go back, that will be there for you. Let's pop this layer in. Let's pull them off, and then that is just going to sit there like that. So you've got our matte layers there, and then we're going to go in with white down. So I've got the pattern there with the white in, obviously, and the green. So the next layer I'm going to go in with white, so that's just going to sit on there like that. And that's going to go on there. So then the centre bit, I'm just going to raise this up a bit. So let's put some tape on here. And then we'll add this in. So I've got the next layer that's going to go in that circle I've done in white, and then I've also got that doily that I've done on white as well. But the detail in that doily just works so well. Even popping it on white, you can still see, look at all that detail. It is such a lovely dye. You will use that even just as a doily on a card, just to add in some detail. You will absolutely use this completely independently. Now I've got that there, and now we're going to go in with our flowers. Now this one, I'm popping this along the edge, so I want it to go down the edge, but obviously I want to make that the same size or the same length as my card. Like, it looks really nice like that actually. Oh, if you flipped it as well, it kind of curls with the circle. So you could absolutely do that and just leave that there. But what I've done is the corner piece. So this bit, I've got that, and then I've just cut it there. So I've just followed those cut lines, those detail lines that are in the die. So I'm not doing any fussy cutting, and I've cut that out. And then I've also got that bit as well. So you can see that would have gone there like that. I've just snipped that away. So really, really easy to do. So we're going to add these in. But it's just a nice way. I just wanted to try and show different ways of, you know, you can snip into these, you can cut into them, mix and match them up. You know, yes, they look absolutely beautiful and perfect as a corner, but if you don't want it as a corner or you want to add it into something else, you can absolutely do that. So that is going to sit there like that. And then this bit is going to sit there. Like that, and then that is going to sit there, and now you can see how that just works so well now, how that's just pulled everything in. So let's add some of our pin flip on top of there, and that is just going to sit like that. So that is now the whole length of our card. So let's grab a sentiment. See how I always do the sentiment last? Always. But this is what I'll do though at home. It's like I'll put a little bit, obviously don't stick it together, but like I'll place things there, and then I'll think, right, okay, where am I going to put a sentiment? And it's actually a lot easier to add sentiments in to something like this with flowers, because you can add in any sentiment. So, do you know, like sometimes I can look at a collection and, you know, certain sentiments just don't work. Whereas this, you could grab any sentiment, you know, obviously as long as, you know, you feel like it goes with the composition, but it could be for any occasion at all. And it would completely work with this. That is going to sit there like that. So I've got the same perfect papers there that I've used in the background, so everything coordinates in, and I've cut the Scent with Love out in white cardstock, and then that is just going to sit there like that. So let's pop a blob of that on the end, just a tiny bit there to hold that in, because you've got the different heights there like that. And then if I spin, oh, that's not my glue. spin that around so you can see. So don't be afraid to go in and snip into these and use them how you want them to be. So if you want to make them longer, or equally if you want to make them smaller, make them smaller, cut into them and use them in different ways, you know. Yes, I do. Oh. So Bunny just asked if I could show the ones that I did earlier. So let me just, so we've got that one. So we got this corner one here, which we kind of did the same thing where we used the corner piece, but I cut the corner piece in half. So I've added more in the back and more on that corner there, just to make that come alive a bit more, so it's more full. So just add in extra bits in there, and obviously you've got your decoupage in there too. Then we've got this one using those corner pieces, and then we've got that one there tucked in, and then this one there at the front with the sentiment, and then this one where we've used that. So, and you know, again, you know, that one and the one that I just made, so you can see that's the original colorway. This is the colorway that you can download today for free, but I've used the exact same dyes in there. The floral here and that floral are exactly the same, apart from the different colorway. It's the exact same dye. Now I would never look at that and think that's the same. They look completely different, especially with the different colorways, but you can really, honestly, you will have so much fun with these. And obviously I think most of you agree with me, because that's why we're limited stock. So if you do want to grab these, the Floral Held Dear die set, do grab it while that stock is there, because it is not hanging around. It is limited stock on these. Let's go through the board so you can see exactly what it is that comes in the set. I'm just going to grab the die as well so you can see, because it is a large size die. I was saying earlier, you know, if I grab my pin flare, just so you have an idea, because these are big dies, so you can get an idea. Like if I put that there, they are big dies. They are really lovely big floral displays that you've got there, so you can use them. You know, don't be afraid either of using them for your scrapbooking or memory booking and things like that as well. You can use them for your journaling. You'll use them in so many different ways. Don't have to start. If you do like no, if you do journaling, you could print them on the adhesive Pro Print, and then you could stick them in like your journals or your diaries. That'd be in the corner of the journal. That would be cute. Right, so those are the dies. I'm going off again now. And then these are your florals in the original colorway. So this is the colorway that originally came with Held in a Moment. That is the flowers there from Held in a Moment. So you can see how they perfectly match. But then you're also going to get, so today has launched the new colorway, which is this. So you can see if you buy this now and you go and download it, you're going to get this one for free. You do get both, okay? And then it's going to be the same for Held in a Moment. You've also got a brand new colorway for that. So if I just bring that in, so you can see your floral there in the original colorway and your floral there in the new colorway. So you will get that also, okay? But just so you could see, I think I could look at that for age. The detail in there is amazing, and like I said, they are so big as well. They really do catch your eye. No, them though. I thought they were the ones that I didn't do earlier, but they're the ones I did do. Alright, let me just grab a couple of these. Right, so I've got one here. Fiona did this one. Look at that. And you know what? That's such a lovely way of showing you that you can make something with this set from that Fiona did to this that Barbara did. It is adorable, isn't it? But like the size, you can do so much with these. You know, from your big cards, your little cards, you can really mix and match these up. You know, you've got your smaller decoupage pieces in there that you can add in, or like this one where Sue has used those decoupage florals to add in all around that frame. How pretty does that look? And Pam did this one using those decoupage florals. So, you know, the decoupage as well, don't think of them just as those decoupage pieces. You're going to be able to use them for so much more. We've got one there by Vera. So you can see they're bringing in those florals. How pretty. I love the colourway on that frame. And then I've got another one here. Look at this one. Pam did this one. I don't think we've seen this one earlier. Look at that. That's so lovely. It's like, isn't it? Really, really pretty. Using the shelf there in the background and then got those florals there. So pretty. Really, really lovely. Right, let me grab another card. And just to let you know, again, I know I'm going on, but I don't want you to miss out. We are limited stock on this. If you do want to grab it, please grab it while it's still there, because there's nothing worse than missing out. And it will go back up. I don't think the stock will be there, but it will. If the stock is there, it is going to go back up to full price at midnight tonight. So please grab it while it's on the show price offer of $27.99. Right, so let's make another card. I've got my card base here. So I've got my 6x6 card, and then I've gone in with the perfect papers. So we're going to pop that on. Oh, so Linda's message and saying her order's been dispatched. She ordered in the first show and her order's been dispatched. You probably will get that tomorrow. Obviously we can't guarantee, but we normally get messages the next day saying, mine's just arrived, or I'm waiting for the postman to deliver, which is amazing. Right, let's just open this. Right, so I've got my matte layers there. Now I'm gonna pop my corners. So these corner pieces, these are gonna sit on the back of the card. So I'm almost gonna make like a frame with these, which I just think works really, really well. So we're gonna pop these in. So I'm just gonna pop some glue on the back of there. And I'll stick that on, on there. And then we'll do the same then with this one on the bottom bit. That is just gonna go there like that. So you've almost got like a frame. Oh, you could even make like a diamond shape with them, couldn't you? So, make sure my card's the right way around now. Right, then I've got the circles. So these are the circles from the card shape from Held in a Moment. So we're going to use the matte layers for this, and we're going to pop these in. Let's let's pop this on there. I'm sure it's only us that can hear her. Let us know. Can you hear any rattling back home? Let's add another layer. So this one is the pink, so that same pink I've used in the background. I've used the same one for circling here, so it's the same perfect papers from Held in a moment. No, that is gonna stick on there like that, and then I've got that lovely doily, which is gonna go there like that. So let's stick that on. So that is gonna go there, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build up this corner piece. So like I'm gonna stick some of the decoupage on, but on top, so it kind of comes into that circle, so it breaks that circle up a bit. So let's pop some of these on, and because I'm popping these on here, and you can see the flowers coming up from the bottom, but you can't really make out what they are, if that makes sense. It's kind of like that does not want to stick in the background. So like this one, you know, it does go there, but it doesn't matter. You can turn them around, you can mix and match them up. Like I've got another one that kind of, it doesn't fit where it's supposed to go, but it doesn't matter because you've got that in the background, and then I'm adding in more, so you can have some fun with these and play around with them. So I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to add that in there like that, because all I want to do now is just kind of break that edge a little bit. I'm going to pop one there. Oh, we've had a message off Audrey saying that she's ordered hers and it works perfectly with Held in a Moment. It really does, doesn't it? I think this is one of those though that will just, you'll find it will work with so many collections. You can really mix and match this up. Now you can see I've got a little bit of a gap there, so I'm just going to pop this in there just to fill that in a little bit. I'm going to add this, maybe on the sentiment. Let's pop the sentiment on first. So I've got Celebrate Your Day. Let's pop this one on. Grab some glue. Right, so I've got the Celebrate Your Day. Now this again, I've used that same perfect papers from Held in a Moment to do this one. Oh, I got way too much glue on that. So using those same papers, we're just going to pop some of these down, and then I've cut the mat for this in white, so sticking with those colours of that pink and white in the perfect papers. Pop that in. That then is just going to sit on there like that. And then we can pop that there, so I can kind of gauge if I want to add in any more flowers. Tuck that there, and then no, walk away, Laura, walk away. So, I feel like all crafters do that when they're crafting. Like, yeah, and you kind of like talk to yourself while you're doing it. You're like, one more? No? Maybe? Do I have that? Yeah, it is. It's part of the fun, isn't it? Just having fun, playing around with them. And you know, that's what, like I keep saying, that's one of the lovely things with carnation. You can go in and just play around and have fun with them, because if you do something and you don't like it, you haven't wasted anything. You can just print another sheet out and you are good to go. You know, it's not a pack that you were going to run out of, or you're going to get down to your last sheet, so you're not going to use that die ever again because you don't want to use your last sheet. This is a printout, so you can print this out so many times. You could print it out and do it 10 times or do it 100 times. It's completely up to you. But I am just going to say though, the Floral Held Deer die set, it is limited stock. Are we still limited stock? It is limited stock, so if you do want to grab this, please don't miss out, because I don't think, you know, I feel bad, but I think the people that are in work that are going to come home to watch the show, it's not going to be there. So I think if you do want to grab it while it's there. If the stock is there, you know, I don't think it will be, but if it is going to go back up at midnight tonight. So it's going to go back up to full price. So it is on that show price for you right now of $27.99. You've got the QR code there to scan, or you can type in 250512, or obviously type in Floral Held Deer and this will come up for you. I'm just going to go through the boards. I'm just going to grab this though, just to show you how big these dies actually are, because it is a big die set that you get in here. You've got that lovely corner piece. You can see how detailed they are and how large they are as well. There's a lot in there that you were getting, so you can see all your decoupage pieces too. But obviously that is what they're going to look like cut out, but then you can see the one next to it is what it's going to look like using your vignettes with your artwork. That is what you are going to be able to get. No worrying about colouring in, nothing at all. You can just print, die cut, and you have that amazing die cut piece that you can start crafting with. Now this is the original colorway that went with Held in a Moment. So this is the flowers from Held in a Moment, and you can see that is the original colorway. So you can see exactly how they look together. They coordinate perfectly, so you can see how that comes into it. But then you've also got completely for free a bonus colorway. Now you get this colorway in the Floral Held Deer, but you also get it for Held in a Moment as well. So the Held in a Moment floral, oh, where's the other one? There. Original colorway, new colorway. So you can see there how they look. So obviously if you've already got this, you're going to download this and it's going to give you that new lease of life to that. And also I think for like going into autumn, it's going to be perfect for, you know, even just birthday cards that time of year. But so you can see how they coordinate. But then you've got the two for the Floral Held Deer as well. So you're going to have well, so the one that I just used, that was the corner of that one, and then there's a corner of the other one, so you can see. So you've got the two of them as well for that, which I just think works so well. I can't remember which ones we did. I think we did the two of them, didn't we? Let's grab. You are in our thoughts. Look. Oh, this is a nice one. Who did this one? Janine. You can see they're using that corner element. So you've got that corner piece there. Really, really pretty. Oh, I love this. Look at that. That's so fresh and clean and simple. And that's using the card base, just the doily, and then the floral. And that, I look at that and I think that could be a wedding, that could be a sympathy, that could be get well, that could be congratulations, you know, that could be anything at all, which is just absolutely amazing. We got this one then by Pam. That's so pretty. That looks really crisp. Really lovely. That, like that, I think it's because the white and white and it looks crisp. If you change the clock and put a Christmas sentiment there, that would work for Christmas. It's got that, like, you know, like fresh snow, crisp look about it. And then we've got another one here by Sue. Oh. So you can see bringing in those florals there on the bottom. We've got one here by Barbara. That's so cute, isn't it? And then we got one here by Vera. So pretty. So easy to use though, and so detailed as well. There's just so much that you can do with these. I think mix and match them up with your Held in a Moment as well. These are going to do so much for you. If you do want to grab these, this is the last couple of minutes of the show, so if you do want to grab the floral held here, please do not wait. You know, jump over to the website and grab them while the stock is still there, because we are limited stock on this. The item number is 250512. You can scan the QR code or type in floral held here and this will pop up for you. It is on the show price for you of $27.99. It will go back up at midnight. I don't think the stock will be there. We're limited stock, so I don't think that's going to be there. You know, we do get more orders as well when people come home from work. Obviously some people are in work in the day and they catch up when they come home, so I don't think that's going to be there. So hopefully you'll get yours. Yours might be, you might be messaging us tomorrow to say mine's just arrived and you absolutely love it. So do let us know. But that does bring us to the end of our show for today. We will be back tomorrow though with Wild Flora USB. So if you've been waiting for a new USB, tomorrow is the day. So we will be back here on Carnation Crafts TV at 10 and 12 tomorrow. So hopefully you'll come back and join me and Bunny tomorrow. If not, we will see, when am I? Saturday. And then next Monday, the studio is going to look completely different. There's going to be trees, there's going to be tinsel, there's going to be glitter. No, I don't either. We're gonna have trees and we're going to decorate, because yes, we are. Fine. I'll come in the Santa's hat, that's fine. There you go. Right, yes, and the Monday after that, if you couldn't tell, we are launching Christmas. So hopefully you will be as excited for me as that. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the USB. If not, I will see you Saturday and then Monday for Christmas. So at some point I'm going to see you. But hopefully come